Hey everybody, welcome back to the Wolf Pit with another episode of What Are We Eating? Today, we're trying another one of the Head Donuts frozen dinners from Walmart. The 10.25 ounce 4-cheese macaroni by Chef Ramsay that cost $5.94 from Walmart. The first Chef Ramsay meal we tried was the fish and chips, which didn't fare too well. I don't want to judge something before I try it, but this picture of the macaroni and cheese looks like someone dumped the crumbs out of an empty bucket of popcorn on top of it. But this might be a good sign because the pictures on the box usually look better than the finished product. So maybe this time the finished product will look better than the picture on the box. Here's a list of ingredients. The serving size is the whole bowl, which has 530 calories, 24 grams of total fat, 13 grams of saturated fat, no trans fat, 70 milligrams of cholesterol, 1,110 milligrams of sodium, 53 grams of carbohydrates, 2 grams of fiber, 7 grams of sugars, and 27 grams of protein. That's a good amount of sodium. If you go to bed without cankles, you're definitely going to wake up with cankles. The cooking instructions are as simple as you can get. You lift the film and then you cook in the microwave on high for 4.5 to 5.5 minutes. Here's Gordon's 4-cheese macaroni right out of the freezer. It looks like there's more macaroni than there is cheese and cheese sauce. And I like the ridges on the elbow macaroni. That will help the cheese and the cheese sauce stick to the elbow macaroni better. Now here's Gordon's 4-cheese macaroni after we vented the film and now goes into the microwave for 4.5 to 5.5 minutes. So after letting it rest for a couple minutes, we pull the film off. Come on, Gordon, don't be so hard on yourself. It doesn't look that bad. Let's give it a mix and see if it looks any better. Gordon, I'm starting to agree with you. Instead of worrying about the lamb sauce, you need to worry about the cheese sauce. Or there's one thing for sure, this is very cheesy. I mean extremely cheesy. I wouldn't expect it to be so gloppy, but creamier. They say you eat with your eyes first, and right now, my eyes are having a roundtable discussion on whether this looks good or bad. So once we got everything somewhat mixed together, we went in and got a big spoonful. And you, the people, know what's next. Into the old pie hole and down the gullet it went. Gordon, saying this is delicious is the understatement of the year. You knocked this one out of the park. Although I would love for it to be a little bit creamier, this is phenomenal mac and cheese. Usually when something says 4-cheese or cheese blend, there's usually one cheese with a dominant flavor that overpowers the other cheese flavors. But not with this blend of mozzarella, provolone, parmesan, and fontina cheeses. It's very weird, but in a good way. With each bite, you seem to taste a different cheese. You get nutty flavors, sweet flavors, salty flavors, and just overall different, delicious flavors with every bite. And the richness was simply insane. The elbow macaroni was cooked perfectly, firm to the tooth, or al dente. And with the cheese being as thick as it was, the ridges on the elbow macaroni weren't really necessary. This cheese would have stuck to a greased silicone mat. Which leads me to one of my 2 complaints. The one complaint is this needed to be a little bit creamier. We all want our macaroni and cheese to be ooey and gooey, and this cheese was just a little bit too gooey. Or was it too ooey? Either way, it needed to be creamier. And although there was a sufficient amount of macaroni and cheese for the $5.94, there just wasn't enough in the 10.25 ounce bowl to satisfy you. And what I mean by that is this 4-cheese macaroni by Gordon Ramsay is food crack. You just want more and more and more. And I would actually give it a perfect score of 10 if it was creamier or had more cheese sauce. So I'm giving it a score of 9 out of 10. This is the type of frozen meal that me, the person, and you, the people, expect from these celebrity chefs. Now, as you would expect from a chef like Gordon Ramsay, he set the bar very high for the rest of his line of frozen meals and for Guy Fieri's line of frozen dinners and Andrew Zimmern's line of frozen dinners, and any other celebrity chef that wants to cash in on that Walmart pie while it's still hot. Thank you all very much for watching, and I'll see you soon.